Hey, it's Jennifer from Advocating for the Aging. I am here at Pioneer Ridge Independent Living, and today we're going to try out a tool called the Handy Cane. So I've got some ladies here watching, and they're going to try it out and give me their honest feedback and give you their honest feedback to let you know if this is a tool you might be interested in. So again, it's called the Handy Cane, H-A-N-D-Y cane. And what's nice about it, what's handy about it, is that it's a cane that you can walk with, but it's also a reacher. With the touch of one button, you get a little reacher on one end with a pretty easy to grasp tool or handle. And so the things that I think this would be really particularly handy for is for people that maybe like to walk outside. Maybe they walk out to get their mail, and so they need a little extra support for that walking, but then maybe their paper's down on the ground and they can't quite bend over to pick up the paper safely, or maybe they see a little coin on the ground, something they need a little help to pick up, and so they can just open up their cane into the reacher and pick that item up and grab it. It's also useful for reaching up overhead, like a can out of the pantry or something like that that's a little bit out of reach overhead. So those are the basics on the Handy Cane. We're gonna have my friend Bonnie come and try it out for us. So Bonnie, come on up.
Okay.
Now, Bonnie, you normally do not use a cane, right?
No, I don't.
Okay, so let's go over the very basics about how to use a cane. We're going to try to do it within that little bit of video room that we have. So I'm going to have you stand right about here where I am.
Okay.
And I'll tell you the main tip for using a cane is if you're using it in your right hand, you want to move it at the same time as your left leg, your opposite leg. So the cane and the outside leg go together, and then you step through, cane and outside leg, step through. So try that for me.
Whoops.
It takes a little practice, doesn't it? Now come on back towards me.
Oh, come on here.
There you go. Yes, so you've got it. It's pretty easy. Just remember cane and outside leg. And just for those who might need to know for the future, if you have, let's say you have a hurt leg or you had surgery on one leg, you'd actually want to use your cane on the opposite side. So let's say you have surgery on your right hip, then you'd want to use your cane in your left hand. That actually gives you more support. That's all unrelated to this Handy Cane, but just general knowledge.
Sure.
So now we're going to say that you are walking down to the mailbox. And, oh, hang on, I didn't put that very well in the side of the camera.
Okay.
There we go. So, Bonnie, you're walking out to the mailbox, and then you see your paper. So I want you to just walk over to your paper with the cane. Good. Now, I think that, you're perfectly capable of bending down to pick that paper up, but some people aren't. So, yeah, so I'd like for you to try picking it up with the reacher, and what you do is you pull up on that plastic piece. There you go. And now you see the reacher's out, and you just give it a little squeeze. She got it. Yeah. So, Bonnie, what do you think about how hard or easy it is for you to turn it into the reacher and to give it that squeeze?
It's very easy, actually. Okay, what's this little button?
Good question. There's a little white circle with an M. I'm going to show that on the camera right there. And that's actually not a button, it's just a little sticker to indicate the size. So because of the capabilities of this cane turning into a reacher, it's not adjustable for height, which most canes are adjustable for height, but this one comes in small, medium, or large. And I'm so glad you asked because I forgot to mention that.
Okay.
So for medium, it's for people that are like 5'4"-ish to about 6 foot. Small would be maybe under 5'4", and large would be over 6 foot. So that's what that little button indicates. Now, we didn't practice this at all. You actually did great. You picked it up, but just in the future, I think if you did it a few times, you'd kind of learn to turn it a bit and grab that fat part.
I'm sure I would.
Yeah, but it worked anyway, didn't it?
It did. I figured I'd drop it.
Yeah, but you got it. Now, to lock it back into cane position, you squeeze it, and then you push that back down. So try that for me. And then you've got it. It's locked. So now you continue on walking.
It's locked.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's very important to lock it back into cane position before you start walking. It's not sturdy if it's open in reacher
This
position.
is not bad.
You can't see her, but she's in the background walking with the cane and like really loving it, kind of.
Strolling in the
Can I
car.
dance with
Oh
them?
yeah, you can dance with it. That's perfect. Now the paper was a
Okay.
very good introduction, something
Okay.
big to grab, but now let's try some smaller things, like a pen
Yeah, you
and
got a
coin.
penny. You got a
I've,
penny.
I've got a quarter.
I'm always finding a penny when
Okay.
I'm out somewhere.
Well, we better do a
Yes.
penny then, because a quarter
Oh,
is a little bigger. That might be
Okay.
easier if you're always finding. Now, do you pick them up if they're heads up or tails up?
Doesn't matter. I
Okay.
just pick them up.
Okay, so we've got a penny. I'm gonna also put down a pen and keys. I mean, these are things that you would drop frequently at home and have to need a little help to pick up. So let's try those 3 items, and I'll have you put them up on the countertop.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Okay, we've got the pen. Now, I will say that with such a long item, picking it up can be difficult. It's a long lever arm for getting into, I guess, physics terms. But do you find that it's heavy, or is it light, or is it
No,
medium?
it's light.
Okay,
It's
it is
light.
about 1 pound, so it is fairly light. Okay,
Okay.
so we got the pen. What's next?
Well, let's do the keys.
Got the keys, easy. Okay, I'm gonna adjust our camera just a smidge.
Okay, now the
There.
penny.
Yes, now the pressure's on.
Moment of truth.
She got it.
Nice.
Awesome.
My
So remember, you don't want to walk with it in that open position. You want to close it
I
again.
don't.
There you go. Excellent.
Okay, and away I go. Very good.
That was good. Now I'll take the cane just for a moment to kind of show some of the features.
Sure.
So again, it's just that it's a squeeze, and let me get the whole thing. A squeeze and a pull up to unlock into the reacher. And then the reacher piece is a rubber, so that's why it grasps quite well onto things like a penny or a paper.
Sure.
And then it has these kind of grooves here. So when you close it again, it's got a really nice, I mean, it's completely closed and secure, like a regular cane. So anyway, you are the best
Okay.
model of this. I'd like to just kind of hear, if someone asked you, should I buy a handy cane, which also I should point out, it's $49. It's, I believe, right now only available online through the Handy Cane Company. What would you tell them? And this is honest opinion. I'm not selling it. It's not my product. I'd like to know what you think.
Well, I think that if you are really needing a cane, that this would be very easy to use. It's lightweight, and I like the fact that it has the grabber
Yeah.
on the end.
That's very, it's handy, just like the name suggests. Okay,
Sure.
so you've never been to our Must or Bust Gadget Labs, but what I'd like to have people do is to tell me, is this item a must or a bust?
Well, if you're needing a cane, it's a must.
Okay, very good. Yeah, if
Okay.
you don't need a cane, you can bend over freely, you're walking great, then it's neither,
Sure.
because you don't need it.
Sure.
But if you need a cane and you need a little help picking things up, then it's a must.
That's
So
right.
thank you for your feedback.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Now we've
Bye.
actually got some other people here to try this out, but we're going to wrap up the video. So
Okay.
Bonnie, I'll let you go ahead and sit.
Okay,
Thank you
thank
so
you.
much for being our lovely assistant. You heard it from her. It's a must. So what I'd love it is if you would check out advocatingfortheaging.com, where you'll see lots of other videos like this one, reviewing different products, but also providing some free valuable information about keeping older adults safe in their homes and out of the hospital. Thanks again. Have a great day.